When myths begin to move and shadows take shape, the line between stories and truth fades away. From the foggy swamps of Louisiana to the world's most remote wilderness, cameras have recorded what logic can't explain. These are the 20 creepiest cryptid encounters ever caught on film, each one real, chilling, and impossible to forget. Stay until the final clip, because what was captured in Louisiana should not exist. The Thunderbird. The Thunderbird is a huge bird from Native American myths that made thunder sounds when it flapped its wings. In 1886, some men in Tombstone, Arizona, claimed to have caught one and showed a photo with a big pterodactyl as proof. Recently, these photos were shared online, leading some people to think the Thunderbird was a real dinosaur. People who doubted the story investigated the photos and found out they were fake. In 2000, a TV show called Freaky Links made a model of a giant pterodactyl for an episode about the Tombstone Thunderbird. The photos being shared were actually from that TV show. Also, the real photos of the alleged Thunderbird from the 18th century are lost, which seemed suspicious. Experts don't believe a giant pterodactyl flew around Arizona in the 18th century, but they think the Thunderbird myth might have come from dinosaur bones. While pterodactyls and pteranodons don't fly anymore, their fossilized bones can still be found in North America. In 1983, scientists found a Pelaginus sandersii fossil in North Carolina, which had a 24-foot wingspan and was the largest bird ever discovered. These ancient birds looked like thunderbirds. Other similar-sized bird fossils like the Argentavis from South America also went extinct millions of years ago. These kinds of fossils can be found all over the Americas, so it's understandable how people in the past who didn't know the difference between fossils and real bones could mistake them for the remains of living monsters. Hopefully it was the fossils that caused these misconceptions. Before we go on, tap like, leave a comment, and subscribe, or you'll hear faint footsteps when no one's home. The Wendigo. This video, created in a found footage style, was uploaded to a YouTube channel called Slender Truth in 2013. It supposedly depicts a group of boys who were followed and attacked by a creature called Wendigo. In the footage, we see three young boys exploring an abandoned house in an unfamiliar rural area. They search through an old shack that appears to have been unused for many years. The shack is in a state of disrepair, with rotting floorboards and discarded building materials. As they reach the top floor, a sense of unease builds up as if they are being watched. Finally, as they descend the staircase, a monstrous being peeks its head into the house. It has long, slender fingers, a large, grotesque face with deep eyes, and a snout resembling that of a bat. The footage abruptly ends, suggesting that the creature attacked the boys. According to the video's description, the creature is referred to as a Wendigo, a malevolent beast from Native American folklore known for its insatiable bloodlust. The video has amassed over 11 million views, with many viewers assuming it to be a work of fiction. However, some people argue that it might be genuine and that the boys have been reported missing since 2013. Whether or not this claim is true remains unclear. Fresno nightcrawlers. A strange sight was captured on a home security camera in Fresno, California back in 2007. It showed a peculiar creature known as the Fresno nightcrawler, which looked like a pair of pants walking around without a body. This unusual occurrence gained local fame, and soon two more sightings were reported in Yosemite National Park in 2011. The footage of the nightcrawler spread widely online, sparking discussions about aliens and demons. However, skeptics started investigating, and a YouTuber named Captain Disillusion analyzed the footage. He pointed out that the poor quality of the recordings made it easy to fake using CGI or a modified video clip of someone wearing MC Hammer pants. To make matters more suspicious, the owner of the original tape claimed to have accidentally erased the high-quality version, making it impossible to verify the authenticity. This convenient circumstance led skeptics to believe that the entire incident was likely a hoax orchestrated by the camera owner for attention.
Since there have been no sightings of these peculiar creatures before or after these incidents, unless they reappear, we personally believe that this whole thing was just a publicity stunt to promote wearable sleeping bags, which resemble the nightcrawlers.
Cryptid swims in Thames. In the middle of 2016, the internet buzzed with a captivating video that unveiled a mesmerizing sight unfolding in the murky depths of London's Thames River. A curious tourist aboard a cable car seeking breathtaking views of Greenwich stumbled upon something truly extraordinary. Across from the renowned O2 Arena, the observers' eyes widened as they witnessed a remarkable creature gracefully navigating the water. For a fleeting moment, a colossal entity emerged from the depths, casting an imposing shadow beneath the surface. Its back was adorned with a series of multiple fins, adding to the mystique of its colossal size. Alas, the encounter was fleeting, granting only a tantalizing glimpse of this enigmatic being. Speculations abound regarding its true identity. Some daringly propose that this creature might be a basilosaurus, a colossal marine beast that roamed the earth some 35 to 40 million years ago, yet somehow managed to survive undetected in the unseen depths of the river. An awe-inspiring notion indeed. Nonetheless, skepticism shrouds this breathtaking footage, with skeptics postulating that it could be a clever fabrication, digitally manipulating the footage to introduce the mythical creature into the frame. The very possibility of such an ancient, gargantuan creature having eluded human awareness for countless years and now calling the River Thames its home is a tantalizing enigma. Jersey Devil. The Jersey Devil is a strange creature from New Jersey. It has the head of a goat, bat-like wings, and a split tail and hooves. People started talking about it in the 18th century, saying it came from a witch and Satan. I wouldn't want to be part of that family. Since then, many people have claimed to see the beast. In 2015, a man named David Black even took a picture of it as it flew by. Another person recorded a video of the creature on the same night. Some experts thought the video was real, but skeptics noticed that the creature's wings fluttered like a butterfly while the rest of its body stayed completely still. This makes them think it might not be a real animal. It could be a toy with a stuffed animal or a cardboard cutout attached to it. So the video and David Black's picture are probably fake. However, there might be some truth to the Jersey Devil story, just not involving a real devil. Some people think that the early descriptions of the Jersey Devil match the hammer-headed bat, a big bat found in Africa. This bat has many of the same features as the described creature, but nobody knows how it could have ended up in New Jersey. It might have escaped from a zoo or someone's private collection. So the witchy deal with the devil story could still be possible, though it's probably not true.
Grotesque monster. On July 23, 2011, two boys heard strange noises on their property and decided to investigate. They used their phones to capture footage of their encounter. As they searched through the dark surroundings of the rural farm, they could only see a few feet ahead of them with a dimly lit torch, and they heard eerie noises in the distance. Eventually, they stumbled upon a barn covered in graffiti. From inside, a sound similar to a wild boar's guttural squeal sent chills down their spines. It was a chilling groan that would make anyone's blood run cold. The two boys hid, switching off their torches. They could hear something scratching behind the wall. Despite the craziness of the situation, they decided to take a peek inside the barn. To their surprise, they spotted a creature with a humanoid appearance lurking in the loft. It had a pale face with small eyes, a wide nose, and a bald head. The creature shrieked at them, causing the boys to panic and run into the darkness of the night. People have speculated about the identity of this mysterious creature. Some suggest it might be a demon, while others believe it could be an alien hybrid seeking refuge in the abandoned barn. Could it possibly be an animal that has managed to avoid human contact until now? Humanoid creature. This video is quite disturbing. It was supposedly recorded in a remote zoo in Romania back in 2014. It is believed that a traveler passing through rural Romania discovered a secret farm operated by illegal traffickers. This farm, which is heavily guarded, apparently houses exhibits that are kept hidden from the general public, either because they are unknown or because people prefer not to know about them. Surprisingly, the backpacker managed to sneak a camcorder onto the property and filmed one of these exhibits. The video starts with the backpacker explaining that the zoo has a deformed animal locked up in one of the sheds. As he moves through the crowd of people, everything goes dark. The crowd gathers around the sealed cell with thick steel bars, and their reactions indicate that something extraordinary is happening. Eventually, a gap opens between two people, revealing a glimpse of a strange creature that appears to be humanoid. The creature moans loudly as it clumsily moves forward. Someone in the crowd yells, causing everyone to recoil in horror as the full extent of the creature's deformities becomes apparent. It seems to be a disfigured monster held against its will. The footage suddenly goes black, leaving us to ponder what we have just witnessed. No one has been able to provide an explanation for this video. Many people hope that it is fake, but there is an unsettling authenticity to it that leaves a lasting impact.
Alien hybrid. Several years ago, a strange incident was captured on film in a remote area of southern Vermont, United States, a few miles north of the Green Mountain National Forest. Local residents had been reporting sightings of a peculiar creature with long limbs. The situation escalated when livestock in their backyards were discovered dead with puncture wounds on their necks, and other animals, including chickens, were disappearing without a trace. Eventually, the footage emerged when two children claimed to have encountered an alien in a nearby park. They explained that while heading home from a party, they heard unusual sounds. They quickly pulled out their phones and captured footage of a peculiar creature with long limbs walking across the grass from behind a tree. The creature had a round black head and a slim body. Its hind legs resembled those of a human, but what stood out the most were its two front arms, which moved eerily as it stalked through the park. Initially, the authenticity of the footage was met with skepticism. However, the boys insisted that it was genuine and hadn't been altered in any way. The video, combined with the reports of dead livestock, raises an unsettling question. Could there really be an extraterrestrial creature living in the hills of southern Vermont? The Rake. Back in 2003, the world was captivated by an extraordinary tale of a peculiar being. It was a creature like no other, with elongated limbs and razor-sharp claws, notorious for its seemingly senseless acts of violence. The story spread like wildfire across numerous media outlets, each one eager to share the chilling accounts. Among the weird tales, a particular video emerged from an undisclosed location in England. It showcased a brave young man strolling through a deserted playground, his camera equipped with an infrared feature. As he ventured forward, his eyes caught sight of an enigmatic figure perched atop the playground slide. The creature's eyes illuminated upon spotting the man, and with uncanny agility, it leaped into the abyss of darkness below. In a sudden twist of events, the swings behind the man began to tremble violently, and the footage ominously faded to black. While some dismissed the existence of this creature, dubbed the Rake, as pure fabrication, others find themselves swayed by such sightings. The Rake has gained significant popularity in recent years, igniting the imaginations of many and giving rise to spine-chilling tales, homemade videos created by enthusiasts, and even full-fledged movies inspired by its terrifying presence. The mystery surrounding the Rake lingers, leaving room for speculation about the true nature of this otherworldly entity.
Pale crawler sighting. Abandoned hospitals can be spooky places where ghosts are often encountered. However, they can also be prime locations for sighting mysterious creatures. In a YouTube video by John Edmonds, a group of urban explorers decides to investigate the abandoned Overbrook Asylum at the Essex County Hospital in Cedar Grove, New Jersey, USA. The asylum has a dark history of cruel and brutal mental health practices, including lobotomies and electroshock therapy, leading many to believe that restless and angry spirits inhabit its dilapidated hallways. But the explorers stumble upon something unexpected. While examining one of the rooms, they suddenly hear a strange screeching noise. They quickly turn the camera and capture a terrifying four-legged creature running towards them. The creature remains mostly in shadows, making it hard to see its features except for its long and thin limbs. Frightened, the explorers hastily leave the building, too terrified to stay in its path. Viewers of the footage speculate that the creature is likely a pale crawler, a lesser-known cryptid. Pale crawlers are described as elongated humanoid creatures with long limbs. People often mistake them for tall, naked humans at first, but they soon realize their bodies are oddly stretched and disproportionate. Some accounts mention glowing eyes, sharp teeth, and pale gray or white skin. These qualities make them unnerving rather than explicitly threatening, at least based on the available information. The skunk ape. The skunk ape is a big, smelly creature that has been seen in the swamps and forests of the southern USA. People have reported seeing the skunk ape since 1957. In 2000, someone sent a photo to the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office in Florida, claiming it showed the creature on their back deck. Some think it might be an orangutan, but orangutans have red fur, so this doesn't match the photo. The photo could be fake, but it's one of the most convincing pieces of evidence. Another alleged skunk ape sighting was shared on YouTube in 2013 by Josh Highcliffe, showing a creature similar to Bigfoot pulling bark off a tree in Mississippi. Some say these sightings could be bears, but when Josh's creature stands up, it's clearly not a bear. It's hard to say if these sightings are real or just people in costumes. One issue is that if Bigfoot is real, there would need to be many of them to survive. Without a big population, they wouldn't be able to reproduce well, and they would gradually die out. On the other hand, if there were many Bigfoot, sightings would be more common and the mystery would be lessened. So whether Bigfoot is bears, apes, costumes, or unknown species, one thing is certain: they're fun to think about while spending time in the wild.
Lahonta alien. The alien encounter would have been a completely different story in today's world. One major factor is the abundance of cameras everywhere, which would make it difficult to protect the alien from curious onlookers. If you need proof of this, just take a look at the following video. It was posted on Facebook and captured outside a home in Lahonta. The footage shows a peculiar creature resembling something like Dobby wandering around the neighborhood. It seems confused or curious with its wobbly legs and floppy ears. The homeowner, Vivian Gomez, noticed a shadow outside her front door, but it wasn't until she reviewed the footage that she realized what was happening. Interestingly, the other two cameras didn't capture anything. Once the footage was shared online, it caused a frenzy worldwide. People from all over chimed in, hoping to uncover the identity of this creature. However, there is still no definite answer. Could it be an alien, a person in a suit, or something else entirely? The only response that can be given is, "I have no idea." Mermaid. YouTube is full of strange and bizarre videos. The person who recorded this video claims that it shows one of the scariest creatures ever caught on camera. The video is set at Lake Xolotlan, Nicaragua. As you watch, you can't believe your eyes. On a creaky wooden dock by the water, there is a creature that looks like a mermaid. Yes, a mermaid, the half-human, half-fish creature from folklore. The mermaid could be seen struggling and desperately trying to go back into the water. Its movements are a mix of grace and struggle, as if it is trapped between two worlds. You feel sorry for this strange being as it fights to find comfort in the depths of the water. What's astonishing is that this is not the only video of its kind. Many videos claiming to show mermaids can be found on YouTube. People are both confused and fascinated by these alleged sightings, which come from places all over the world. But the question remains, are these creatures real or just a hoax? Unfortunately, we can't definitively answer that. It's a mystery waiting to be solved. We'll leave it to you, the curious viewer, to think about whether this footage is genuine or a clever trick. Regardless, watching a mermaid in real life struggling to return to its watery home gives a weird feeling. It's like a darker and more sinister version of Ariel from The Little Mermaid.
Transforming creature. Did you know that transformers aren't just cars? They're actually biological transformers too. But what exactly are they? Well, that's a whole different story, and it seems like no one can agree on an answer. It's kind of like most of the issues we faced in 2022, honestly. There's this online video of a strange creature that transforms underwater, and it left viewers completely shocked and confused. The video was taken by a remotely operating vehicle in the Indian Ocean at a depth of 3,753 feet near the coast of Africa. But what exactly is this creature? Scientists are still puzzled, and even expert marine biologists can't agree on its species. It's a mystery. It's worth noting that much of the world's oceans remain unexplored, so this could be an undiscovered species, which is pretty exciting for anyone interested in ocean creatures. It may not be the Little Mermaid, but the idea of underwater transformers does make me excited, I have to admit. Chupacabra. The chupacabra is a creature seen in Texas and Mexico. It attacks and drinks the blood of livestock. In Texas, it looks like a large dog with spikes on its back, while in Mexico, it's seen as an alien lizard. Pictures of the chupacabra are often scary, but they are usually just sick dogs or coyotes with a skin disease called mange. This makes them lose their hair and their skin shrivel, so the chupacabra is usually a sick animal, not a scary monster. There are some sightings where the creature looks more monstrous. For example, there is a video claiming to show a chupacabra in the Navajo Nation reservation, but closer examination reveals it to be a computer-generated fake added to the footage. Most chupacabra sightings can be explained as hoaxes or misidentifications. However, there have been cases where livestock have been found with trained blood. This can be explained by a natural process called lividity. When an animal dies, its blood settles in the lower parts of its body, creating the illusion of blood loss, especially if a blood test is done on the upper parts. This scientific explanation clarifies the origin of the chupacabra enigma.
Mothman. Here's a question that you probably haven't heard before. Do you believe in Mothman? Oh, you might not know what Mothman is. Well, it's kind of like Batman, but completely different from Batman. Does that explanation help? Maybe we should just move on. November 15, 1966, a newspaper in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, reported that several people had witnessed a bird-like creature similar to a man in size during a normal evening in the area. This report received national attention, and many people became intrigued by the mysterious creature. Soon, numerous individuals from all over the United States claimed to have seen the same creature, leading to its nickname, Mothman. Even today, people still claim to spot this alleged creature, especially with the help of modern technology. However, it has become increasingly challenging to convince others of these sightings due to the ease of skepticism and the difficulty of providing irrefutable evidence. In this era, even video evidence cannot be fully trusted. Seeing is believing, but it must be seen in a way that cannot be disproven. Life can be complicated with so many rules to consider. Pennsylvania White Bigfoot. In Carbondale, Pennsylvania, local residents have reported seeing a strange creature lurking in the woods. They describe it as a tall, white Bigfoot, about 6 to 7 feet in height, covered in shaggy fur all over its body. People often hear unusual sounds like low groans and rustling in the trees. In 2008, a video went viral showing this creature. It was recorded by a man who heard noises from his yard, which borders the woodland. In the clip, you can see a very peculiar-looking creature. It briefly pauses and then swiftly disappears into the darkness. It has deep black eyes, a long cone-shaped head, and is covered in white fur. Experts have pointed out that faking such a figure would be extremely challenging. The creature's tall stature and massive proportions are unusual, and it moves quickly despite its large size. Its face also reacts and contorts, suggesting that it's not simply a mask. It's worth mentioning that Carbondale has the first underground mine in the U.S., a vast network of dark tunnels. Some speculate that this creature might reside deep within these mines and only emerge to hunt. This creature, known as the Rake, is a terrifying entity that has been gaining attention recently. Bizarre fish. According to a Reddit user named Amateur Lapse, there are times when sightings of mysterious creatures can take on familiar appearances. A video shows what seems to be a normal fish emerging from a thick layer of mud and debris. Things become very strange when the fish opens its mouth and smoke starts coming out of its lungs. Cue tense and ominous music. The question arises, what could be the cause of such bizarre behavior? Is this seemingly ordinary fish actually a weird cryptid capable of breathing fire? One Reddit user tried to debunk these claims, stating that the creature is a simple lungfish and that the behavior is normal for its species. However, others who watched the video quickly pointed out that there is no mention of lungfish exhaling smoke in the provided evidence or anywhere else on the internet.
Given this, it is possible that this unusual fish is actually a previously unknown cryptid, an animal that has yet to be classified by modern science.
Skinwalkers. The Navajo culture in the southwestern United States is renowned for its rich traditions and customs, but hidden within their folklore are some spine-chilling creatures. Among them lurks the Skinwalker, a malevolent witch capable of shape-shifting into different animals. Legend has it that this wicked being employs its powers to deceive and eliminate members of the tribe, luring them into a false sense of security. As the tales go, when the Skinwalker assumes a human form, it exhibits animalistic behavior, growling and scurrying on all fours. Interestingly, an intriguing CCTV footage from 2021 has caught the attention of certain internet users who ponder whether it could potentially capture a sighting of a Skinwalker. Watch the footage yourself and draw your own conclusions. Though it may unsettle some, skepticism exists among those who aren't convinced. Some viewers amusingly speculate that the person in the video might be frantically searching for their misplaced glasses, rigorously training for a thrilling wheelbarrow race, delighting in the refreshing night breeze after indulging in recreational substances, or simply fabricating a playful hoax of a mythical creature. Whether true or not, the allure of the Skinwalker legend captivates the imagination, adding a touch of mystery to the vibrant tapestry of the Navajo culture.
Ice monster.
A creature was seen swimming in the Chenier River in Alaska in October. Craig McCarthy, an employee of the Bureau of Land Management, spotted the icy creature swimming in the murky water. He quickly recorded a video of the sighting, which sparked the debate on the internet. Some people wondered if it could be Nessie, the legendary creature from Loch Ness in Scotland, visiting North America. In the footage, you can see what appears to be a 15-foot-long creature moving through the water. It seems to have icicles on its back due to the freezing conditions. McCarthy spoke to a local newspaper and initially thought, along with others, that it might be a rope tangled on the riverbed with chunks of ice. Different theories have been proposed, ranging from a sea monster to a giant sturgeon. Some experts support the idea that it could be a rope with formed icicles, helping it stay afloat and giving the impression of swimming. Despite the video, no one has been able to conclusively prove the identity of the creature lurking in the water. This has led many to believe that it could be genuine evidence of an unidentified creature that modern science has yet to classify.
It's time for today's topic. In late 2025, a trail camera deep within Louisiana's Kisatchie National Forest captured a single chilling frame that has left wildlife experts speechless. The image, taken just after 2 a.m., appears to show a massive winged creature gliding low between the trees. Its elongated beak, membrane-like wings, and skeletal frame resembling nothing known to modern biology. At first, park rangers dismissed it as a large heron distorted by motion blur, but detailed analysis of the lighting, wing structure, and shadow projection revealed anatomical proportions disturbingly similar to a pterosaur, a species thought to have vanished 66 million years ago. The original SD card containing the photo was reportedly handed to local authorities, and since then, no further footage has surfaced. Yet residents in nearby Natchitoches Parish have reported strange screeches echoing through the swamps at night. If authentic, this may be the first photographic proof that something prehistoric still rules the southern skies.